The great prophecies in the Old Testament, I think, that talk about the Messiah are really numerous. Most of them are not veiled, by the way. I think that they are just really straightforward predictions of Jesus. But it begins in Genesis 3:15. Genesis 3:15 talks about a seed of the woman that will come. And and we know that he's going to be a male too, for it uses the personal pronoun, he. He will have his heel nipped by the serpent, that old dragon, the devil. Always uses the article with it, the serpent, the serpent. But on the other hand, this seed, this descendant, this son born to the woman will crush, really stamp on the head of the dragon, that old serpent, the devil. So we're told right off from the very beginning, and this is sometimes called the proto-evangelium, the first announcement of the gospel. And indeed it was the first announcement of the gospel there in Genesis 3:15. The next one, I would think, is in Genesis 9:27. There, the Messiah, we are told, will come from the Shemites, or the Semitic peoples, for God will come and will dwell. He will tabernacle in the tents of Shem. And then we are told that Genesis 12:3, where Abraham is told that God says, I'll give you a son, I'll make your name great, I'll give you this land for an inheritance, and in your seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed. And Paul, when he heard that in Galatians 3:8, he said, did you hear that? He says, that's good news, that's the gospel. In your seed, in your son, to be born to you and to your line, every Gentile, all the nations are going to be blessed on planet Earth. And so we really have the Great Commission. We have missions here too as well. It is a great statement. And mission, the whole mission of Messiah continues through the rest of the Old Testament, particularly Isaiah 7:14 and Isaiah 9, where he speaks of a virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and his name shall be called Emmanuel. And then we are told that a son shall be born to you, whose name is really a beautiful name. And his name is Wonderful Counselor, Almighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. These are great names. No child was ever named that. And I think they are speaking of Messiah that is to come. These are just a few of the texts that are in the Old Testament.